The question is often asked, how do you store all the food that comes home from the grocery store once it's taken out of the box? How do you store foods like chocolate chips, cereal, crackers, and dried fruit, for example? As a professional home organizer, I have many opportunities to teach women to organize their food effectively, and one of the things I always say is, get rid of the store packaging. Have you ever noticed how much space is taken up by store packaging? All those cereal boxes, bags of this, and pouches of that? Well, let me share some simple solutions that will help you not only feel more organized, but keep your food more fresh as well. Let's start with cereal. Did you know that when cereal is packaged in the grocery store, it usually comes in a 1-gallon box? Well, that's perfect because you can also invest in a few of these 1-gallon screw-top containers. I have these available on my website. Instead of wondering how much cereal is in each box, why not fill a gallon container, recycle the box, and always know how much you have left? I like to use this size of container for foods like oats, rice, and other grains as well. Now, what about chocolate chips? Coconut, powdered sugar, and brown sugar. Those all come in bags like these. But once they're opened, how will you store them? Oftentimes I see the bags folded over or cinched with a rubber band and then lost somewhere in the back of the cupboard. Why not designate a container for those as well? I like to store these kinds of foods in half-gallon screw-top containers. It's easy to see when they need a quick refill, and I can stack them easily in a cupboard as well. Next, on to our raisins, nuts, dried fruits and vegetables. How shall we store those? The same way. I like to use even smaller containers for these. These are 32-ounce containers and perfect to grab when I need raisins on my oatmeal or dried onions for my soup. Now, these click and flip containers are wonderful as well, and you've seen them on my website for a while. They're perfect for storing all kinds of things from homemade pantry mixes to plastic utensils and hot chocolate packets to microwave popcorn. Can you start to see how containerizing your food not only helps you visualize what you have in your pantry, but also helps to eliminate the bulk and the mess that store packaging can create? Finally, I'd like to talk about storing herbs and spices. I always recommend that you purchase these folds in bulk and then put them in a glass container. This helps them to stay much fresher and much more fragrant. Store your herbs and spices in glass jars as it helps to extend the shelf life and the flavors won't leach out as they would stored in plastic containers. I usually store only a 3-month supply of my herbs and spices in my kitchen and simply freeze the rest for later. Then I replenish the glass jars as needed. I hope this has given you some helpful ideas that you could use in organizing your food. If you're interested in purchasing any of these containers I've shown you today, please visit my online store at simplyliving.smart.com.